All right, welcome back, guys. This week or today we're going to be talking about the college football games that happened this past Saturday, um, as Kansas Jayhawks and the Kansas State Wildcats both lost their games. First, we're going to go over the Jayhawks as they lost to West Virginia, 28-32. They did have an 11-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Choked it. For a second, I thought the Jayhawks were going to prove me wrong, that they could win and not play terrible. Man, they proved me right. As they choked that away. And Jalen Daniels threw another interception today. There's turnovers. Jalen Daniels went for 15 out of 25 for passes attempted, 184 yards passing, one touchdown, one interception, and a QBR of 40.4. Terrible once again. For a guy who's supposed to be, one of the best quarterbacks in the Big 12, surely is not playing like that. But then you got one of the best running backs who's still playing good in the Big 12. Devin Neal, as he had 27 carries for 110 yards, averaging 4 yards a carry with one touchdown. There was a lot of KU had 3 rushing touchdowns by 3 different players. Devin Neal had one, Daniel Hishaw Jr. had one, and Luke Grimm also had one as well. Also, this is the worst game that Jalen Daniels has ran with the ball, as he ran the ball with 7 times for 11 yards. That's the worst he's ever done, or the worst I've ever seen him do before. Obviously, passing game still not good. Your leading receiver for KU was Luke Grimm again, 6 catches, 75 yards. And he also did have a passing touchdown. So he had a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown. Luke Grimm had a good game, as overall he had 100 yards in total of the day. So, because for rushing yards, he actually had 3 carries for 55 yards. So, good day on the running game with him. So, Jalen Daniels did also fumble the ball, and that was, I believe, late in the fourth quarter, which gave the West Virginians a chance to take the lead. It's the bad side that, you played a West Virginia that you're dominating in the third quarter, finish it out, run the ball, because their quarterback, Garrett Greeny, played terribly, as he was 50% on his passes, 15 out of 30, 295 yards. So it had a lot more yards with the passing, but KU's passing defense isn't really not that great either. And he threw 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Of course, KU, I believe, didn't really do much with those interceptions. And they stopped their running backs pretty good. The only person they couldn't stop was the quarterback running the ball, as Garrett Greeny for West Virginia also ran the ball 17 times for 87 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry, and did have a touchdown. So I kind of figured, I knew KU was going to lose, but, there was kind of a little hope that they were going to win this game, and honestly, they should have. They just need better game plan and just play better. They just need to play better in general. Jalen Daniels has not played to the same hype as he did 2 years ago. Obviously, last year he was injured, so he can't really say anything about that. But, for a guy who's looked a really good quarterback for KU, it's not looking good. It really is not. and maybe there needs to be a change in quarterbacks. There probably won't. Jalen Daniels will probably start. It is only four weeks into the season, so but they could turn it around. So, um, overall, KU just blew that out of the water. And they had more time possession than West Virginia did, as they had 36 minutes of time possession. Well, West Virginia only had 23. What are you doing with the ball? Come on. You got to go down the field and score. Run the ball. You got one of the best running backs. He's had over 100 yards every game so far. You can trust him. And if not, you got some other running backs who was doing good in that game. Some of those runs that KU had was pretty good. It could have also been, that they had a problem because there was a delay in this game. I believe second quarter is when it was. It might have been second or beginning of third quarter, and there was a lightning delay. There was thunder, rainstorm, so maybe that could have been the problem. But I don't think so. That gives your guys time to rest. So you think get out there, but maybe that gave West Virginia enough boost to get it going. So, well, so now KU will start the year 1-3, as next week they will go to play TCU, who is 2-2 on the year. So, I don't know. It's at KU. I don't know where the game is being held, but KU, I don't think we'll win this game either. I don't think KU will win this game as well. I think they will lose this game. It's just if they can be better at the turnovers, I will happily say yes. I think they can win this game, but I don't think so. So that's it on KU. They will play this Saturday, like I said, against TCU, who is 2-2 on the year at 2:30. So let's see if KU can finally bounce back. I don't think so. I'm predicting another loss here. So, and K-State did lose their first game of the season to BYU, and it was a horrible loss. K-State lost to BYU 38-9. Didn't even score a touchdown this game. They just couldn't get it going on offense. I think BYU did a really good job at making Avery Johnson having to pass the ball, and it kind of worked in their favor because the running game. I mean, it was there, but it wasn't there, especially with Avery Johnson. He threw 15 for 28, 130 passing yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, QBR 45.1. Also, the biggest thing here was turnovers. Turnovers definitely killed K-State. That second quarter, the just interception, BYU was able to go down the field, score a touchdown. Then it was, I believe, another turnover right after that. They were able to score another touchdown. There was also a fumble. I believe that was by DJ Giddens who lost that ball. Yep. There was 3 different fumbles. DJ Giddens was the one that fumbled and lost the ball. Dylan Edwards did fumble as well. Jacob Nuth did also fumble. He did play a couple of snaps, so that was more towards the end of the game. So, but yeah, the DJ Giddens one that fumbled, and they again, BYU wants to go down the field, score, and then I believe right after that, punt, and they got a punt return touchdown after that too. Let me just take a look at this. So it went for BYU. It went punt, field goal, and then it was the fumble touchdown. That was the one where DJ Giddens fumbled it and they returned it for a touchdown. And then it was intercepted, then touchdown, end of half. K-State throws another interception, touchdown, and then it was the punt return touchdown right after that. That just killed K-State's momentum. K-State just couldn't get it going. This has got to be the worst game I've ever seen them play. And like I said, I think BYU did a really good job on defense, forcing Avery Johnson to try to pass that ball, and it just turned into turnovers. And this is Avery Johnson's first actually starting the full season, so he's got to get used to this. This is just one game loss to a BYU team who, personally, I didn't think looked good because they haven't really played anybody that good. But they proved us wrong by beating K-State, one of the best teams right now. K-State is still ranked. They are ranked 23. So they didn't get knocked out of the rankings. I didn't think they would, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did that after this loss. But hopefully they will bounce back. Unfortunately, they have a tough game this week. They will play Oklahoma State on Saturday, 11 a.m. Thankfully, it will be at Manhattan, so K-State should have good advantage. K-State's usually been good at home, especially from last season. They were good at home. So I believe they can win this game and they can bounce back. But like I said, I won't be surprised if they lose. This is a 50-50 game. This game could go either way. And Oklahoma State is one of the teams that were predicted to win the Big 12, along with K-State, Utah. Those were the three main teams. And Utah actually just beat Oklahoma State last week. It wasn't a high-scoring game. It was actually a very low-scoring game. Defense were playing pretty good. That is definitely the one part I am worried about Oklahoma or K-State playing Oklahoma State. Can K-State get past through Oklahoma State's defense? That is the biggest question. And I think they can do it as long as Avery Johnson doesn't force anything and he can just do what he does best and runs the ball. Now, if he's able to force them to pass the ball, we got to change up the plays. You got to check it down. Find your man open. That's short. Don't try to force it. It's the one thing you don't want to do is try to force it down deep. And if DJ Giddens can keep running the ball like he has and then doesn't fumble the football, he'll do good too. So DJ Giddens he's I believe one of the best running backs in the Big 12 as well. So, but that's it for today. I think KU will lose to TCU. K-State will beat Oklahoma State. Would I be surprised if both these teams proved me wrong? No, I think KU could win against TCU, and I also think Oklahoma State could beat K-State. It just how it is. So, and that's it for the college football. Tomorrow I will be talking about the Chiefs and how they're doing as they signed a lot of people. Or I wouldn't say a lot of people, but the roster has been changing a lot. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day.